topic kind of thing, but with everything emerging with this FBI stuff and the agents, and shoe companies, coaches, what kind of reforms would you like to see in college basketball, obviously?
Boy, Andrew, that's number one. We practice at 3:30. We don't have enough time to discuss all the ills and wills that I'd like. First of all, I'd like more ethical behavior, moral behavior from everybody that's involved. And I guess we could say that about society. The reason we have laws is because we have some people doing things they shouldn't do. Reforms, I don't know. I really don't, and I've thought a heck of a lot about it. I get mad at myself because I go back and say that in 1906, when the NCAA was formed, it was formed because we had unethical, immoral behavior. People, I think it was, shouldn't say if I'm not sure, University of Chicago or something, that President Roosevelt said we need something because there were some bad things going on, people paying extra money to football players. And you can look it up, I think. Didn't we look it up at one time? Isn't that fairly close?
It was very close.
Okay, so this is not something new. Okay, now the frequency and the depth of it and the amount of money and those kind of things are just off the charts. It's part of our world. I wish there was some rule that we could have, because it's completely disgusting when you're talking about people giving money to outrageous amounts of money to people to do this later on in their life. It's hard. I don't know that the NCAA is going to have a rule, because the agents, they don't go by the NCAA rules. They could care less. It's their business what they do. The shoe companies, they may not care what the NCAA does. So I don't have an answer. I wish I did. It's very frustrating. I don't like what's going on. For years, I've looked at situations in recruiting and decided not to go there because I just didn't feel like it was going to be my kind of ball game. But this is, it's a shame, the level that we've gotten to now, that every time you turn around, something else comes out like this.
In regards to the agents specifically, what would be your thoughts on like kind of a free market type thing? Like, for instance,
everybody says let them have more control. I mean, we're not doing anything to restrict them right now on what's going on. I mean, they said, well, if you just let them get advice, I don't buy that. I mean, we give them all the advice we can give, and I've never had a player go in a draft that I didn't tell him almost exactly where he was going to be drafted. So why do you need an agent to tell you what you want to hear so you'll do what they want you to do? So when people, and I may have even cut you off in a bad way there, free market, you're talking about agents, let them have more access.
For instance, like, the stuff that's come out about certain guys going to dinner
Yeah.
with an agent, and then they get in trouble, they have their names dragged through the mud. Like, why is that a problem?
It'll go back to the same thing you're saying, well, that should be okay. Well, I don't think that's okay, because I don't trust the suckers, period. And that's pretty blank. I've tried to do a lot of things with agents over the years to try to keep it a little sheltered cocoon, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And it's been very frustrating.
Coach, along those same lines, when you're recruiting kids, do you have any procedures in place to make sure they haven't dealt with any dirty agents or any runners, things like that?
We talk to them all the time, tell them this is the way things are supposed to be done. Somebody can affect your eligibility. When they get here, we talk to them. They have to, I think we have something they're even supposed to sign that they haven't dealt with any agents. And there's some good agents. I just think it's a bad profession. They want part of your money. That's the bottom line. But I have, when I was here with Coach Smith, he had a process. They brought people in, interviewed the families, and it was pretty solid. I've done that for 30 years. But we don't have control. Some families, and they have the right to choose who they want. They have the right to interview and talk to who they want. So we just try to counsel them and tell them, what you can do, what you can't do, and we trust the kids a lot. There's two pieces of advice I give every one of them. Don't take anything except from your parents and us. I'm not going to give you anything illegal, and your parents can give you any daggum thing they want. If you follow that rule, there's no problem. And I tell every player that ever comes in, every class, multiple times. I don't allow Clinton walking in my locker room. Hell, he's heard me say that 400 times. And so, you know, to me, that's a pretty simple thing. But still, I can't control what happens out there because they don't have to listen to me, they being the agents. They can do what they want to do. But sometimes I've been able to have a great deal of influence, and I think it's all been a very positive thing, and sometimes I haven't been able to have very much influence.